All right, folks, I am back, and it is only 93 days till the NFL kickoff season. It is coming up fast. We are inching closer and closer every day. And before too long, we're about a month and a half away from training camp and really starting to see what's going to happen this year. But I wanted to take a look at my 10 most anticipated games for 2024. The 10 games that I'm most looking forward to this upcoming season. Schedule releases a few weeks ago. I've got a few of them marked down where I'm really excited for, and I wanted to give you my top 10. So number 10, week 2, Bears at Texans. I am really excited to see what Caleb Williams can do. I think he has a chance to be really good. They have very good weapons, very good wide receivers, and right away the NFL puts him against the Texans, the best rookie from last year, CJ Stroud, in week 2. I think it's going to be super exciting to see Caleb Williams play. I can't wait to watch him play, and I think the Bears have a chance to be good right away, and I'm excited to see what they can do. Week number 9. Week number 1, Monday Night Football, Jets at Niners. It's basically been 2 years since we've seen Aaron Rodgers. We only got to see him for 4 plays last year in his first season with the Jets. And the NFL did him no favors putting him on Monday Night Football at the 49ers. I think the best team in the NFC week 1. That is an absolutely brutal matchup to come back from an Achilles tear to. And I think it's going to be a really tough matchup. But I think it's going to be really exciting to see Aaron Rodgers go to San Francisco and see Aaron Rodgers versus one of the best teams in the NFL on Monday Night Football right away. Week number 8, Ravens at Bengals. I think the Bengals are a very talented team. It all comes down to if Joe Burrow can stay healthy. And he has spent a lot of time hurt over his career, over his short career. And really, I think this week 4 matchup at home against the Ravens is really the first real tough test for the Bengals. So I'm excited to see what Joe Burrow can do coming back. We praise him as being one of the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to see it a little bit more, and he has to stay healthy more. And I'm excited to see what happens this season. And we're going to see it week 4 against the Ravens in one of their probably a matchup that really is between the 2 best teams in that division. Could go a long ways for deciding the division winner. Number 7, week 6, Lions at Cowboys. I thought the Lions should have beat the 49ers last year. I thought they should have gone to the Super Bowl. They did not, but I think they have a chance to be even better this year. And we'll see. Jared Goff got a new contract. They go to the Cowboys at week 6. This is going to be a huge matchup in the NFC. Anytime that it's in Dallas, it's going to be a big game, and I think it'll be a good showing for the Lions. Number 6. Week number 11, Green Bay at Chicago. Green Bay has owned this matchup for a number of years, but Caleb Williams is coming in, and again, I can't wait to see what Caleb Williams and the NFC North over the past few years has turned into a division that was what I would call pretty average to one of the better divisions in the NFL. You got the Lions and Green Bay, who I think are the second and third best team in the NFC. You got the Bears with a new quarterback in Caleb Williams, and the Vikings are very talented with a rookie quarterback. So I think the NFC is going to be a very tough division to win, and I can't wait to see what happens there. Week 13, the Eagles at the Ravens. Interconference matchup here. The Eagles, I think, are going to return to the form they did in 2022, 2023, when they went to the Super Bowl. I thought they ended the season pretty weak last year. I think they're going to be a lot better this year and get back to where they were a year and a half ago. So this is going to be a big matchup between one of the best teams in the NFC versus one of the best teams in the AFC. Number 4, Week 14, Thursday Night Football, Green Bay at Detroit. We're getting later in the season. I think this will go a long ways to deciding the NFC North winner. I think only one of those 2 teams is going to win the division. Only one of those 2 teams is going to get a first round home game, and these 2 matchups between these 2 teams will go a long ways to deciding who gets that. Number 3, Christmas Day, Ravens at Texans. Christmas to me is the perfect time for an NFL game. Kids open their presents, and then they play with their whatever they got, and then we sit around the rest of the day wondering what to do. We're all sick of watching Christmas movies. Christmas Day is the perfect time for a football game. We have the Chiefs at the Steelers, which is not necessarily overly intriguing to me, but the Ravens and the Texans at 3:30 on Christmas Day, rematch of last year's playoff game. I love CJ Stroud. I love what the Texans have done. They've added Stephon Diggs, and I think the Ravens were probably during the regular season the best team in the AFC. They fell a little short against the Chiefs, but I don't have any doubt that they'll be back at the top this year. Number 2, week number 7, Chiefs at 49ers. Super Bowl rematch. The Chiefs go to San Francisco. I think these are the two best teams in the NFL. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL versus the overall most talented team. So it's going to be great. Super Bowl rematch. I cannot wait for this one. The one thing to look out for is that the Chiefs don't necessarily have all that tough of a schedule outside of a handful of games out of division. So I think a lot of times you get these games and they mean more. They mean more to their opponent than they do the Chiefs necessarily. Who knows what the Chiefs, right now the AFC West is not looking overly talented to me outside of Kansas City. So we'll see where they're sitting at this, but this is going to be a huge rematch. Chiefs go at the Niners. And week number one, Ravens at Chiefs. We've gone a long time without football when we get to week one. Rematch of the AFC Championship game. Two best teams in the AFC. Kansas City will be raising their banner. And the Ravens, every team is really trying to beat the Chiefs, and it's going to be excited to see what the Ravens are going to do different that they haven't done the past few years. So those are the 10 games that I'm most looking forward to. Love to hear what you have to say. Leave me a comment, or we'll talk to you next time.